going on, people? All right, look, if y'all a fan of my website, Cantress Combat, I did a blog saying that do professional wrestlers fit in mixed martial arts? Now I want to talk about like a special topic, like I'm gonna reverse it. Do mixed martial arts fit in professional wrestling? I know, as professional wrestling fans, they don't like to use the word fake. They like to use the word scripted or it's work. But how do mixed martial arts artists fit into that picture? Because it's like mixed martial artists, I'm not saying they're all badasses, but they're legit. Like when I grew up in the Attitude Era, Ken Shamrock was my favorite, he was one of my favorite, if not my favorite wrestler at a point in time. And he had that attitude and that aura about him that he was the real deal, and I kind of felt that way even as a kid. And he was the shit, and I would say at one point in time he probably was the best pound for pound mixed martial artist in the world. But as a wrestler, to see him get beat up by somebody like a Stone Cold or a Rock, who probably isn't even as half as good as this man is, how does that look like towards the sport of mixed martial arts and, of the entertainment world of wrestling, knowing that your favorite MMA fighter, who's probably, the baddest motherfucker on the planet, got beat by a professional wrestler, It's like, I can't imagine seeing John Jones getting beat up by John Cena. I just can't fucking see it. But if John Jones was to quit wrestling, or he quit UFC and become a wrestler, that's what would happen. Or Roman Reigns, I could kind of see him being a mixed martial artist, but at the same time, how would he fit with guys like, Stipe or Francis or Derek Lewis or, even Cain Velasquez? They'd tear him the fuck apart. They'd rip him in half piece by piece, and they'd eat him up for fucking breakfast. Brock Lesnar was always overrated as far as in my eyes, He was a great wrestler, and but his stand-up was fucking terrible, and Cain Velasquez exposed him. Cain Velasquez, who Brock Lesnar had over, I want to say about 25 pounds over, tossed him in a stand-up war, and even defended his takedowns, was his biggest pet peeve as a mixed martial artist. And Brock was one-dimensional. He was a one-trick pony. But the WWE want to make it seem like he's, this super-duper tough guy, and he's the best wrestler on the planet, and all this other shit. And it's like, he's not that good. He's not. And he's never, ever been that good. I personally think Bobby Lashley's better than him. At least Bobby Lashley fought real competitors and started in lower leagues and developed a streak about himself before he even, got the transition as a mixed martial artist. But he's doing his thing in wrestling. I'm not going to say where he should be, but at the same time, you started there, so you kind of got to finish there. I guess he's still a mixed martial artist. I don't know what that situation with Bellator is. But it's just an interesting-ass topic. And another thing is that I guess CM Punk will be getting his second fight in 2018. I don't want to see CM Punk fight in the UFC. I like CM Punk. I really do. I like CM Punk better as a wrestler than I do as a fucking MMA fighter. Because as a wrestler, he's definitely, probably one of the greatest ever. And, just for him opening up his fucking mouth, especially speaking on situations that people were talking about for years with the WWE, and he finally wanted to open his mouth, on TV. And he exposed kind of, the corporate side. He even exposed John Cena to show John Cena, he wasn't really like that. Somebody, like, he actually proved that John Cena has a script. Like, John Cena kind of went off basis, when he compared John Cena to the New York Yankees, and John Cena punched him in his face, other than, well, I'm John Cena, and I'm Hustle Lloyd. Like, he didn't do all that. Like, somebody writes that shit, and he exposed John for that. But anyway, my point is this. CM Punk is a better wrestler than he is a mixed martial artist. Because, yeah, you train with Duke Rufus and all these guys in Milwaukee, but, you should be fighting in a lower league. Like a lower league other than the UFC. I say what the UFC should do is get this man into a lower league that's kind of like, that's a lower league, but it's affiliated with UFC. Pay him UFC money, but put him on UFC Fight Pass. Therefore, he can get more subscribers for UFC Fight Pass, and people will actually still pay to see CM Punk in the UFC without actually being in the UFC, and developing an actual fucking career and letting him grow as a mixed martial artist, other than throw him with the fucking wolves and saying, okay, well, maybe this isn't for him. He's not the good of a mixed martial artist. Like, bullshit. You signed Brock Lesnar after one fucking fight, and you put him up against two-time UFC heavyweight champion Frank Mir. Brock Lesnar would have went 15-0, and he probably would have developed a stand-up game if it wasn't for Dana White in the UFC. But I could be, saying some bullshit. But then again, I'm probably not, because I really felt like Brock could have had a great future in the UFC. But, we'll never know. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, But anyway, man, let me know what you guys think. If you want to see, who would you want to see as a professional wrestler or a mixed martial artist switch and do either. And another thing, hold on, I forgot to mention this. I'm not going to end it real quick. There is a wrestler. Now, he never fought in, anywhere major, but he's on NXT and he's a tag team champion. I think they're called like the Authors of Pain or something, because I just bought the video game. He's a mixed martial artist. Not only is he a mixed martial artist, but he's an undefeated mixed martial artist. And he's a professional wrestler. And I'm just thinking, like, how does that work? Like, he's probably the best guy in the WWE and probably the toughest. But he's not being looked at like that. But, again, like I said, it's for show. But this shit, for me, it don't go together. But let me know what you guys think, man. I'm going to be talking about this topic, too, on the website. And I'm going to try to probably put this video on the website, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and share. I'm out.